And hello, everyone. Welcome to Community Connections. I am Chamber Frank, and I have taken away Marnie in order to tell you all about the safe trick-or-treat happening on Wednesday, October 31st at the Prescott Valley Event Center from 4 to 7. It is a safe trick-or-treat event sponsored by the Prescott Valley Early Bird Lions Club and Arizona Business League. Over 40 businesses, organizations, and individuals will be there to pass out candy, both inside and outside the event center. This is a place you don't want to miss. You want to bring your kids out for a safe trick-or-treat. So now I think I'm going to go back into my favorite vault and let Marnie continue with the show as she brings on her first guest, Councilwoman Laura Lee Nye. And welcome back, Community Connections. Thank you so much to my friend Chamber Frank for stepping in and starting the show and letting you know a little bit about what's going on. But right now, my guest is Laura Lee Nye, Councilwoman for the town of Prescott Valley, cheerleader extraordinaire. People say, Marnie, you're the cheerleader of Prescott Valley. No, I have nothing on this lady. Welcome, Laura Lee.
Thank you, but I've got an important question.
Yes.
For all the single ladies out there, is Frank available?
Well, I think I can go check with him because we might be able to look for a date for this event you have coming up.
Absolutely. I was hoping Frank would come and bring a date.
He's invited too.
Good.
Yes.
Well, of course, we're excited to celebrate our Harvey Scoop.
Oh, yes.
Mayor par excellence. I've been a little luckier than a lot of other people because I've been his vice mayor, for so many years off and on. And he and I have traveled all over the state together.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And one of the things that I think people might be surprised to hear, both at this moment and at the gala, is how well respected he is. I learned that in a hurry the first time I was vice mayor. Mm-hmm. And it made me just feel good for him and proud of our community. So
yes.
The reason I'm sharing all of this with you is we're now going to celebrate Harvey. We're going to have a wonderful gala because, as pretty much everyone knows, Harvey's decided to retire. And some of us aren't happy about that.
No, we don't want him to go, but yes.
But we know how well deserved his
absolutely
time to retire and rest. So I want everybody to remember that we want you there. Mm-hmm. We want your neighbors there.
So this is open to the public.
It is open to the whole
community,
state,
nation. Come celebrate.
We absolutely are going to have people from all over the state. Michelle Reagan let myself and other people know that if we didn't let her know when this was, that she might have to take some kind of, shall she say, action against it. So we certainly let our Secretary of State know when this is, and we do expect her to be there. So where is there and where is when? The when is November 11th. The where is the event center. The time is 5 o'clock. But Marnie and I have done a few galas together, and you better not wait until 5 to come.
No.
You best try to come, I'd say, what do you think, 4:30 or so?
4:30 to kind of enjoy the early part of the evening before the dinner's served and the program gets started. And you're going to see so many of your friends.
And we don't want everybody trying to find a seat at the same time.
Right.
We want everybody relaxed and comfortable and enjoying themselves.
Well, we do want to let people know, though, if you want to bring a group, tables of 8, you can reserve a table.
Absolutely, and those tables would be $375, and that's a savings, Marnie, because the tickets per individual are $50.
Right.
Now, I'm going to say this. If you want to sit up close to the stage, better get your tickets now.
Right.
We already have 180 tickets, and we're just sold.
Wow.
And we're just now advertising. So if you put it off, you're going to be in the very last table in the back of the room.
Well, just being amongst friends celebrating a Harvey, no matter where you sit, is going to be a wonderful afternoon. I do want to mention, though, and we had our 40th anniversary Chamber of Commerce banquet and awards ceremony at the event center several years ago, and Gabby's Grill, or Jimmy Cabral, and his catering catered it, and it was phenomenal. Does a beautiful job.
He did the state centennial.
Right.
And you know what? We know he's the best.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a great evening with great dinner and people talking about Harvey and sharing stories.
Actually, we're probably going to have some surprise people.
Wow.
On that stage telling tales. Harvey has a great sense of humor.
We know.
And a lot of people maybe that haven't seen him outside his formal role doesn't understand. He has a book of jokes. And he's actually shown me those jokes and said, is this appropriate? Is that appropriate?
He always managed to slip one in, too, when he's doing a speech or a presentation. I've been so honored to work with him on the Holiday
Right.
Festival of Lights every year as he does his opening and his Christmas holiday message, and I get to be a part of the festivities with the Christmas story. And he always just has this wonderful heartfelt message for the holidays, and it's always been special. So one of my stories might come from those experiences.
There you go. And I think we should mention that our MC is our very own Sanford Cohen.
Okay. Arizona's Hometown Radio Group was one of the first radio station here in Prescott Valley.
Yeah.
He's a part of our community fabric.
And I'd be totally out of line if I didn't thank our sponsors.
Oh, yes.
And I want it said, we aren't spending tax dollars. No citizens' tax dollars are being spent. So we want to thank the Fane Signature Group. We want to thank Arizona Public Service and Joe Contadino. He's with Universal Homes, Unisource Energy Services, and guess what? The PV Chamber of Commerce, and the PV Economic Development Association, and Kitchell Development. And you know what? There's a couple of more things that we planners would like to do for Harvey, so we need a few more sponsors. We haven't quite ticked off our checklist yet.
Oh, well, opportunities still. And those sponsorships include, at that level, a table and the
Yes.
opportunity to be more up close and personal.
More up close and personal, exactly.
Yes. Well, you know, Mayor Skoog, throughout my time here in 13 years, has been such a passionate supporter of our business community. It only made sense to come in and support and be a part of his celebration. You know, as we say thank you for everything he's done for the community, it's been amazing. And whether he supports local business by having coffee and donuts and meeting with constituents, or whether he's at our ribbon cuttings, our grand openings, or our business after hours, he's always just been a huge supporter of not only the chamber, but of business and the development of business in Prescott Valley. So we can only be there to say thank you.
Absolutely. It's a lost art.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily here in Prescott Valley, but out in the wider world. We forget to thank our public servants
Right.
and each other when it comes right down to that.
So, Laura Lee, how would we get tickets?
Well, we can get tickets right here at the Civic Center on the second floor, and it's at our customer accounts. We also notice our water window where you go to pay your water bill.
And we're going to put the phone number at the bottom of this so everybody can know. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Laura Lee Nye. Celebration and gala for our retiring Mayor Harvey Skoog. We'll be right back.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices.
Like your text to emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
And And welcome back. Joining me now is Lori Carr. She is a distinguished Toastmaster. She's the Mojave Division Director for District 3. Toastmasters is nationwide, worldwide, right, Lori?
Yes, it is.
But everything is divided into districts and kind of more coordinating with leadership and that.
Yes, our district is most of Arizona.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Toastmasters. A lot of people may be familiar with the name, but what actually is it?
Toastmasters is an organization teaching people to develop their communication and leadership skills.
I see how you say communication and leadership, because a lot of people think it's just about speaking in front
Yes,
of
it is.
people, but it's also developing that confidence and looking forward on how you're using those speaking skills.
Correct. It's just as much customer service and speaking one-on-one as it is speaking to groups.
Now, how did you get involved in Toastmasters?
It's funny, you should ask. Where I was working, actually I was a substitute teacher and I was not doing well in terms of classroom control. And the vice principal suggested that I join Toastmasters.
Okay. And how long have you been in Toastmasters?
I've been in Toastmasters since 1989.
Wow, okay. So, and then have gone up into leadership.
Yes, I have.
Right. So, we've had Toastmaster groups. There's some in the area.
Yes,
But you're looking to enlarge.
Yes, we are. There are 3 groups in Prescott. There are 2 established. One that meets on Tuesday morning at 6:30. The other meets at noon on Wednesdays. And the 3rd group that is just about to charter as we speak meets at the VA
Oh, okay.
at noon on Thursday. They're calling themselves the Fort Whipple Toastmasters.
Oh, okay.
I love that name.
I do too. Very good.
And they're not only have the people at the VA, but they are also including people at Yavapai College.
Oh, okay. Because they're very so close right
Yes,
there in
we're
the
so
area.
close together.
So we don't really have, well, we used to have one, but the Prescott Valley Toastmasters is kind of finding its way. I always like to say that's a nice way to
Yes.
say they're struggling, but it's finding its way. So what we've done is Lori and I are working together to kind of sponsor a Toastmasters, the Prescott Valley Chamber sponsoring a Toastmasters in order to assist our business leaders and community members with developing those speaking skills and leadership. Because we all know, not that you would know about you and I, the number one fear is the fear of speaking in
Yes,
front of
it
people.
is.
And so this kind of helps you get through that fear and then also develop the way you speak and present. Because that's also not
Yes,
something
it
that's
is.
always just natural to some people.
Another big benefit of Toastmasters is your self-confidence and assertiveness. One example of that is shortly after joining Toastmasters, I was in this group at a party and somebody told a rather inappropriate joke. And in the past, before that, I would have kind of nervously laughed and kind of faded into the background. But instead, I said, I find that to be inappropriate.
Bam, you took them out. Yeah. All right, Lori, that's working for you. Because this is not the way you've always been.
No, it isn't.
You've developed that.
Yes, I have.
Because before we went on camera, and you were telling me that you were rather shy.
Yes.
So look what it's done for you. What can do anybody out there? So what we're looking to do is work with a group of individuals who are interested in meeting, becoming Toastmasters, and then finding a location and developing the weekly program.
That's correct.
And you're going to be the leader, and I'm just going to be the support team trying to bring everybody together, because we're trying to reach out all through the Prescott Valley area. Yes, we have some wonderful Toastmaster groups. I was always wondering why you meet at 6:30 though, because
I don't know.
it's crazy early, but
It is crazy
sometimes for
early.
most people, 6:30 is about the only time they're not busy. You know, they get up and they can get moving in their day.
Well, when I first joined the Prescott Toastmasters group, the one that meets Tuesdays at 6:30, was the only club in town.
Okay.
And at that time, I wasn't quite working at the VA, but shortly after that, I was working at the VA. where they are located now at the Unity Church at 6:30 is perfect timing to leave there and get to work at 8 o'clock.
Right, absolutely,
So
and that's why
that's-
it works for business people. So if somebody's interested in Toastmasters or being a part of what we're trying to organize in Prescott Valley, can they give you a call?
Yes. Also, there's another chamber club, Prescott Chamber Club, that is starting Tuesday mornings at 7:30, which is a little bit later.
I like that time. Prescott Chamber people know how to relax.
If I
And move
had
later.
not mentioned it, some
But go
people
ahead.
would be angry with me.
Well, go ahead and tell them your number so that we can start working on the club in Prescott Valley.
My phone number is 928-460-2805. What's more important is the website
Quickly, we're running out of
is
time.
Toastmasters.org.
All right, take a short break. Lori Carr from Toastmasters, join us. We'll be right back.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
Because you said rude things about my work, I started to question my own voice.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of your negative comments online, I've almost quit doing the one thing that makes me happiest in life.
Because you shared something about me that was private, I felt embarrassed.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Because of you sharing your story with me, I feel comfortable sharing my own.
Because you were there when I was coming out, you helped me regain my confidence.
I'm still here today because of you.
And welcome back. Joining me now is somebody I think is as adorable as my chamber Frank, and that is Jeremiah King, captain with Central Arizona Fire Medical Authority, and also commander for the Central Arizona Fire Honor Guard. I always want to throw that Medical Authority Fire Honor Guard, the whole thing in there. So Central Arizona Fire Honor Guard, welcome, Jeremiah.
Thank you for having me, Marnie.
I know.
Thank
You want me to
for
bring
having
Frank back out?
I hate to compete with Frank. I mean, he is so cute. But thank you for having me.
Good to have you. It's always nice to have you here. You guys were just an absolutely heartfelt, touching, beautiful job on Patriot Days, the
Thank you.
ceremony, the honor. I go there every year and feel not only inspired and proud to be, American and live where I do, but proud of my community and what folks like you bring to it.
Thank
and
you.
reminding
Thank
us,
you.
so.
It is really, the team made it look good. We had different honor guards from, let's see, all of the various public service agencies.
Yes.
Police and fire.
Well, you're all one family.
That's
We
right.
all help each other out.
That's right.
Well, you guys do an amazing job. I know you travel all over too.
We do.
And we've talked about different fundraisers and how you make those things happen because a lot of that comes out of your pocket.
That's right.
And specifically your Patriot Run, which I was out of town and I missed. Rats. I'm so sorry. I'll be back next year, I
Okay.
promise.
All right, I'm holding you to it.
No vacation the same time. But you got Finley Toyota
That's right.
coming along and stepping up and helping you guys raise some money. What's going on?
So Finlay Prescott has very generously offered to raise funds for us throughout the month of October to put towards the purchase of a passenger van for our travels to support our mission to honor the fallen and honor the flag.
So right now, would you throw yourselves all in a car and drive?
So right now we have one of the fire department single vehicles, it's a Tahoe that we're able to travel in, but it's pretty limited. There are 18 members on the honor
was gonna
guard.
say how
So
many, yes.
when we do travel, and then there's also 5 band members with the pipes and drums band. So when we do travel, it's all together it does tend to be a little crowded. So
Plus the pipes and drums, just getting those in the
That's
van
right.
too. That's room for another 3 or 4 people.
yeah, and that's right. And
Right.
and it is a volunteer program within the fire department. And so if folks do need to drive, they're driving their own personal vehicles on their own dime, on their own time. And so we're trying to limit that as much as possible. And one way that we're trying to do that is raise money to buy a passenger van.
So how big is this passenger van going to be?
We're going to go for a 15 passenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
shuttle.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, wow.
That's right.
Uh-huh. And so will you have somebody, I mean, obviously somebody should donate or emblaze the sides with, Central Arizona Fire Honor Guard.
That's right. We'll get a wrap on it.
Yeah, see,
that
we're
says
thinking
Central
the same
Arizona
thing.
Honor Guard. That's right. And of course we're going to give Finlay Prescott
Sure.
the props that they deserve. They've so graciously stepped up to help us with that. And so what they're doing is they're giving a portion of their car sales in donation to us over the entire month of October.
Wow.
So if somebody goes in and buys a car, a portion of that is going to the Honor Guard fundraiser.
And I mentioned Finley Toyota, but Finley Prescott has a variety
That's
of,
right.
of models that they sell.
That's right.
So it's not just Toyota, though it's a nice car. So any of those will
That's right.
go to that,
Yep,
that fundraiser.
any of their various dealerships.
Mm-hmm. How often do you travel
We
and have the need for that, the van to get you places?
It is fairly common to travel every month throughout the state
Wow.
for
Now-
various things.
Okay, so that's not necessarily always, let's say, a funeral or a memorial, or it's a variety of activity, patriotic.
Yeah, it's not necessarily always for a memorial. Sometimes we'll go down to support different events with our brothers down in the valley and so forth. But the vast majority of the time that we do have to travel, it would be for a fallen firefighter or police officer to go to a memorial service to represent.
Mm-hmm. I had a great question and I forgot it. I got kind of sad when I was thinking about that. When you go down, your group is made up of 18, and you all donate your time.
That's right. We're all paid firefighters, but we all volunteer as Honor Guard members.
And your group is you said 18 members, and that includes everyone.
So it's 18 members in the Honor Guard, and we do have 5 members in the Pipes and Drums Band.
Now, is that unique to our Central Arizona Fire and Medical Authority, or do most fire agencies throughout the state have their own Honor Guard, or the police agencies?
Many fire and police agencies do now have Honor Guards. It's been something that's been developed over the past 20 or 30 years. It's become more and more common. We do have a fairly large Honor Guard, and because we're volunteer, we fill the different events that we do on our days off for the most part.
Okay.
So in order to not have to take any members that are on duty away
Right.
from work, we try to fill it with off-duty personnel.
Not at any given time would all 18 of you be gone.
Not necessarily.
You would be gone in groups, different groups and
That's right.
different
And I think
teams.
the biggest time, the most common thing that we would be gone for in a larger group would be to the annual International Association of Firefighters Fallen Firefighter Memorial, which is held in Colorado Springs. We do travel to that to represent all the fallen firefighters that are remembered throughout the year.
And that's held what time of year?
That is an annual event that is in September. And
So you guys just went?
we just got back.
Wow, okay.
And there were 12 of us that went this year.
And you
as
drove?
band members. Some drove and some flew.
Okay, it was a matter of choice, but
Yeah.
they make their own choice because it's volunteer.
That's right.
And they pay their own way.
Yeah, we do the
Wow.
fundraisers to support,
Right.
to offset those costs. But we're the ceremonial unit within the fire department. There is a small budget for us for equipment and uniforms, but nothing to support the travel, which
Right.
we have obligated ourselves to do.
Honored yourselves to do.
Exactly, and our mission does boil down to honor the fallen and honor the flag, and that's what we're committed to doing. And I'm really grateful to Finlay Prescott for helping us
absolutely.
to support that mission.
So back to them. Let's go buy a car.
Yeah.
You're looking for that new car. You're thinking holidays are coming up. Now's the time to, have the family gift.
Sure.
Or whatever's going on.
time to upgrade.
And they're trying to get me to upgrade. Maybe I should go over and change from what I'm driving to something Finley has. But again, buying a car now is a good time to support our
Yeah.
Central Arizona Honor Guard.
Absolutely. It's every day in the month of October if you purchase a vehicle. Some of those proceeds go to the fundraiser. And then we have every Saturday, we're going to have apparatus out at the dealership so that we can answer questions for folks. And then on the Saturday the 27th, we're doing a barbecue. They're going to do a trunk or treat for kids to come out.
Oh, wonderful.
And we'll have a display of what the Honor Guard does as far as presenting colors.
So what time
with
is
the
that
band.
on Saturday, the 27th?
Every Saturday, it's 10 to 2, and then the 27th, it's the same time, 10 to 2, and we'll be doing the color presentation at 11.
Wonderful. Prescott. Thank you, Finley Prescott, and thank you, Jeremiah King,
Thank
for
you for
joining us
having
here
us.
at Community Connections. Have a great week.